Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be back. I had not filmed in a while because I was in school and work. We returned back to full-time, so you know, all this crazy things going on. I also did get infected by COVID and I was in the hospital for about a week and it was very intense. So please guys, stay safe. I've gone through it. It's not like the flu, trust me. There were days where I wanted to quit, but in a positive note, today we will be reviewing that Nikkie Tutorials palette because I haven't put on makeup in about a month and a half, so I'm very excited. So why don't we get started? I already did my face. Now I am going to do the eyeshadow and I'll talk a little bit about my experience with COVID. It started maybe the first few days I wasn't feeling very well. I feel very dizzy for about 2 days and maybe the Monday before Christmas, and I just felt really dizzy even to get up. Like the whole room was spinning. And then on Tuesday, because I was off most of the weekend, and in those 2 days I was off, and I got up and it was just like every time I would get up I would feel dizzy. Christmas Eve came and I had to go to work. And I felt a little bit better. I didn't feel as dizzy. So I was like, oh, maybe it was just those few days that I was just feeling dizzy. Before we continue with the story, I am going to be using the Bend and Snap as my transition shade. Oh wow, they're pigmented. Like I was saying, I went to work because I thought I felt a little bit better. And I shouldn't have gone to work. I realize that now. Ew. Ew, 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 ew. But I went to work and I shouldn't have, like I was saying. And I had found out that same day that I went to work that I had to go back, that my mom had tested positive. And most of my siblings and my mom got it too. I was just like, hopefully I don't have it. And then that same night that I came back of Christmas Eve, I wasn't feeling well. I just felt really exhausted and tired, and so I took a nap and I just felt chills like going down my body. And then my legs were killing me. And I already have neuropathy, as you guys know. I've talked about this before, but it was just one of those things where I just felt terrible. And I had a fever that night. And I didn't go to the hospital because I was like, I can probably push through it. No, I could not push through it. I went that same Friday after the 26th, December 26th, I went to go get tested. And my test came back negative. And then I went on the following day because I was still not feeling well, and my test came back negative. And I just kept saying like I'm in so much pain. I have a fever, and you know the doctors gave me morphine one of the days. I had morphine when I had my GBS about 4 years ago, and it was very like it burns. It kind of like feels like it burns, and then they gave me morphine on my IV. And this time it just burned so bad, but then it kicked in and I felt better, and then they sent me home. And then I was home for about a week with fevers. I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to do anything, and I didn't want to eat either. I had a very, very poor appetite, and I didn't have diarrhea that week. But it was one of those things. I'm going back with the Bend and Snap. It was one of those things where it just, you have no energy, you guys, whatsoever. And it just hits you. And, you know, there was nights where I was in so much pain and, I couldn't, like, it just felt like I was gonna die. There's no other way for me to explain it other than that. Like, it just felt very intense, a very intense amount of pain. And because I had to use the restroom constantly, I got dehydrated really quick. And there were nights, maybe 2 nights, where like I couldn't see my veins whatsoever. Like, they completely went away, and I looked pale AF. And it was just very intense for me. And then on the 31st, I just, I couldn't handle it. You guys, I could not. Um, I called an ambulance. I called 911 because I didn't want to take an Uber to the hospital and infect anyone else. Because at this point I was like, I'm 100% I have it. And I don't want to expose anyone. Like I said, I don't want to expose anyone. I don't want to do anything. And, you know, I got up and I met the paramedics outside of my house because that's what the lady on the 911 call told me to do. Obviously, I was wearing my mask. I put a mask on because, again, I didn't want to infect anybody else. And when I got into the ambulance, they checked my temperature, and I had a 103 fever, and I was having a little bit of difficulty breathing. So when I got to the hospital, they put me on oxygen. And when I got to the hospital, my fever had got down 1 degree, so it was 102. They took some blood samples, and I remember fainting because I was just so dehydrated, like there was just no way. And I remember fainting, and then after that, I don't remember much up to maybe like the third day that I was at the hospital, which was maybe the 3rd, and I left maybe the 4th from the hospital, but I was on oxygen all those days, and I was very delirious because of the amount of fever that my body was working through, and I lost about 25 pounds, which is a good thing, but also a bad thing. You know, this is embarrassing, you guys, but I kind of went on myself twice. And it's one of those things where you have like literally no control over it. It just happens, you know, you're trying to, like, you know, get up and use the restroom, and sometimes without any warning, you just go on yourself. And it was quite embarrassing for me because they had just changed my sheets on my bed, and I was like, oh my God, like, I was telling the nurses that helped me, I was like, I'm so sorry. Hold on, before we continue the story, I don't like that there's a lot of fallout on this thing. I'll show you guys once I tap it, but there, look, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there is a lot of fallout. But you know, like I'm saying, like, the nurses were so nice, so kind to me. They were like, don't worry about it. We see it a lot. But, you know, as a 27-year-old man, obviously I don't look like it. So, it was very embarrassing at that point. Ooh, I do like the color though. I do have to say that. The color is really nice. They're very pigmented shadows, but I just don't like the fallout. It's too much. Like, ugh. But anyways, going back to the story. Just the amount of pain that your body goes through. I would never, like, even my worst enemy, you guys, I would never, ever, you guys, wish this upon anyone. And why is that? It's because there was nights where the pain was so intense that I would kind of tell myself, I want to quit. I'd rather, like, die than be in this amount of pain. And, oh my God, I'm getting emotional, you guys. It was just a very intense experience. So when I came back from the hospital, you guys, you know, I got anxiety medication. a lot of pills for my stool to become solid again. I didn't want to eat. I had really bad headaches for about a week. And, today's the 13th, so it's been about a week. Wait, no, it's been about 10 days since I've been, I was discharged from the hospital, but it's still a little bit hard to maybe walk a mile. I get really dizzy and I have to grab onto things because I don't feel well. Oh my god, this is quite intense, but we'll see. And it's just, it's a very, very traumatic experience. There were nights where I couldn't sleep when I came back from the hospital. I felt like a little child. I had to ask my little brother to sleep with me one day in the same bed. Sorry. Man, he slept with me in the same room because I was just so scared. So scared of falling asleep and so scared of my family. And anyways, going back to the story, it's just one of those things where I would never wish it upon anyone, any of you guys whatsoever. I don't care, again, what you do to me. Nobody deserves to go through that. It's insane. And I didn't have it completely as bad as other people have it, obviously. Because obviously there was probably people who died that week. And oh my god, I don't know. Again, my mom had it and she had it bad. She did have to go to the hospital one night. And it was quite intense because I was like, I don't know what I would do if I lost my mom. I don't think anybody knows what they would do if they lost their parents. Thankfully, like, me and my sister were talking and, we're very lucky that we've never had anybody very close to us die. And there were nights that I kept them up because I just couldn't sleep, and I think they hated me for it. But I just couldn't help it. And now it's one of those things where I don't sleep a lot because I'm very manic because of all the medications that they gave me. And I'm telling you guys, I don't remember, but they didn't even ask me about giving me gabapentin. And gabapentin is supposed to be for neuropathy and for pain. And I took it once, maybe, again, 3 years ago for my Guillain-Barré syndrome thing. And it gave me very blurry vision, and it gives me, I get really dizzy. So now my roommate has told me that I'm having a manic episode where I don't want to sleep, I don't want to do, I don't want to rest my body, and I just want to keep going all the time. And I talk really fast. I have way too much energy. But I'm happy. I'm happy I'm getting things done. I'm happy I'm hopefully gonna be back to normal soon. And you guys, I've done so much. I was so worried. I used to worry so much about, again, being embarrassed about it, my body and things like that. And after this whole thing situation, it just changes the way that you think. And there were days, because I lost so much weight, there were days that I would wake up. I think that the day before I left the hospital, I woke up and I was like, who are you? Like, I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, who are you? Like, I was just so confused who this person was. And my hair was so long. I did cut it. It was so long that I was just like, I don't even recognize myself. I've been very emotional the last week. I've never cried this much in my whole life. And it has changed me. It has really changed me in the way that I think about things. And I'm very excited, like I'm saying to you guys, I'm very excited to embark in so many new projects, so many new things. it is just one of those things where, you know, your life completely changes and you think about all the things that are important and things that are not important in life. Um, you know, when you're so close to death, you think about all those things, and you know the people that care for you, you know, are always going to be there for you. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who does watch my YouTube videos. I don't know what I would do without you guys. You guys give me the strength sometimes to keep going. You know, my health is not perfect and things like that, and I do complain a lot sometimes, but you know, you truly don't understand what it is to live with the, you know, autoimmune disease until you go through it. It's one of those things that, again, it changes you. It changes you completely, and you become more self-aware. So to anybody who's out there and feels alone, you're not alone. I'm here. I'm always here for you if you need anybody to talk to. And yeah, anything can happen between now and tomorrow. You know, maybe my health might change, but I know I got the support from everybody in my life. So it's just one of those things where, you know, you just have to learn to live with things and learn to embrace certain things. And I'm very proud of myself for, you know, reconciliating with some of my friends. It's been an amazing experience to just kind of breathe. And I feel like there's kind of like my chest used to feel very tight and I felt like I couldn't breathe half of the time, and now I feel like I can share all of this with you guys. So I'm very happy. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, please. I really like to hear what you guys like to say. And if you guys have any suggestions for any videos that you guys want to see. Last semester I did create a whole collection of 4 looks. So if you guys want to see that, let me know and I will make a video. And yeah, hope you guys stay tuned for more. Bye!